How you doing, guys? It's been a long time. Oh my God. It feels like forever, honestly, man. The World Cup has just been crazy. You know, France, Spain, everyone just playing, just trying to like keep up with the football nowadays. Trying to stay awake to watch the game at midnight, the England-Mexico match. Hope you guys caught that. What a game that was. But honestly, guys, we're here to talk about Chelsea, all things Chelsea. We'll get to the World Cup stuff later. So, without further ado, let's get into it. First news from Chelsea, Granit Xhaka. I remember last time, guys, we said Chelsea were going for Granit Xhaka. Personal terms, we already agreed. This was a request from Alonso, so the directors are going for him. But now, as Fabrizio Romano said, the deal is off because Sunderland did not wish to open negotiation. Here's what he said. Oh, man, it's been a long few days, man. So, Sunderland informed Chelsea they did not plan to revisit their position on Granit Xhaka deal. It's not for sale. It's not about the price or conditions. All Chelsea attempts have been stopped, and CFC want to maintain good relationship with Sunderland. Right. So the first offer was 8 million, and then Chelsea said they were going to go in again. But obviously, Sunderland have said we do not want to entertain any offers. So yeah, we don't want to. But to be honest, the 8 million was an insult. I think this was just them saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna go for Granit Xhaka just to show that we're backing the manager." And then if someone don't want to sell, they won't sell. So yeah, I don't really believe that they were actually gonna sign him because these guys are, like I said before, they're allergic to experience. If this was a 21-year-old player, best believe these guys will cough up 20 million or 30 million, whatever Sunderland are demanding. They'll cough it up straight away. And I'm still gonna get to that right in a few moment because there's another player that that is actually 28 and Chelsea is still struggling to secure the deal for him. Like, just pay the damn money and stop trying to figure out, oh, this is what we'll pay you 10 million, 15 million. They're still trying to do it. But on the Granit Xhaka deal, we've heard that Sunderland are the ones who don't want to entertain any offer. They see him as a big part of their plans for next season. The guys come in, he's made a big difference to the squad, to the team. So, and they're in Europe next season as well, which is something Chelsea can't say. So congratulations to Sunderland on that. But like I said, it's a big one for Sunderland. But, will Xabi Alonso, will he adjust? Will he, does he have other targets in mind? We'll wait and see. But now, on to my second review. Pep Chevarria. Now, this is the left back from Rayo Vallecano that we're previously talking about. And it says Chelsea are still trying to negotiate for Pep Chevarria. The deal is not out of place yet, but Chelsea are still trying to figure out a formula without paying the release clause. I think his release clause is 21 million or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it is. But anyways, I'll check it later. So this guy's release clause is about 21 million, 21, 25, 27 maybe. But Chelsea is still trying to like lowball Rayo Vallecano. Personal terms on the player side is already agreed. The player wants to move. Bear in mind, he's 28. But his release clause is like 25 million. He's 28 years old. I'm pretty sure you can get like 5 years out of this guy. So again, I ask you, why are you not paying the money? Why are you trying to negotiate and lowball the team? Like, it don't make no sense. Like, just pay the damn money. Like, it's not that difficult. Like, just pay the money. It's not that difficult. Like, he's 28. You're gonna get 5 years out of him. 20 million, 20. I mean, you amortize that over 5-year contract. That's 5 million each season. You're still gonna get your money's worth if it's not a flop. Like, stop trying to lowball teams. Like, pay them the money. And this is what I don't get, because if this guy was about 23, 22, best believe this guys will pay. Oh yeah, we're gonna pay above his release clause. We're gonna pay you 30 million. Like, just pay the money. Is that they have a problem with players aged 26, 27, 28 and above. Like, they don't want to pay the money that this players actually demand. And they don't even want to pay the salary that some of these players even demand. So again, I always ask, are these people even serious? Like, what are you here for? Are you here to make money? Are you here to win trophies? Like, what exactly is your point? Because if you're just here to make money, trust me, it's not going to work. Because right now you're even losing out money because you can't even get in front of shirt sponsor. You can't go into Champions League every season, so you can't even make your money. The only way to make money is by going into Champions League and winning trophies. So basically, your primary aim is to make money, but you're selling players to make money. Fine. But what happens when those players flop and then their value doesn't increase? Are you going to try and, hike the price up to try and scare people or tell them, oh, yeah, this player, we bought this guy for 40 million, is now worth 50, 60 million. No, he flopped last season, so he's not worth that amount of money. Clearly, you just wasted money. So the only way you can make money is Champions League, qualifying for the Champions League every year, getting far in the competition, front of shirt sponsor, which you can't even secure. So again, I ask, what exactly are these people useful for? Because you come into Chelsea, you say, oh, Chelsea were not properly run on the football side, they were not properly run on the marketing side. You've been here for 4 years, 5 years, no front of shirt sponsor. You've been, what, Champions League once, and that's it. And you want to talk. Like, bro, Egbali should just chill and not talk. That guy needs to mute his mouth. So, anyways, back to the point. Honestly, Chelsea should just pay the money for this left back and, keep it moving, because nobody's got time for all this. Like, stop wasting our time and just sign the damn player. So, on to my next topic. Alejandro Garnacho. First of all, on this one, I believe, as all Chelsea fans, we can all agree that we did not want this guy in the first place. We did not want him. Whoever was pushing for him behind the scenes, that person needs to get sacked, because we all thought this guy's a waste of money, waste of talent, waste of space. We do not need him. Like, why are we bringing in Alejandro Garnacho? This guy can't even cut it in Man United. His own fans don't want him. So why are you? It's like you're just repaying the favor of Mason Mount back to United. Why? Chelsea don't do that. We don't do that. If we take your money, we go. We don't care. If the player flops, that's on you. You pay the money. We move on. We don't need to repay you. I mean, look at what happened with Real Madrid and Hazard. They paid 150 million. Even when he won Champions League with them, without even playing, we still got paid. That's how you run business. That's how Chelsea runs. We don't care about, maintaining good relationship, trying to... No. We're here to take over football. That's what you do. That's what a top club... You put your foot on the Tiger's neck. That's how it's done. So, Alejandro Garnacho. Here's the latest on Garnacho. Alejandro Garnacho is for sale this summer, with a number of teams interested in the Chelsea winger. That is Ben Jacobs. So, Alejandro Garnacho, who's only been in Chelsea for one season, that was since last summer, is now for sale. Like I said, this guy was not really, all Chelsea fans' cup of tea. No one really wanted him. We always like, no, we don't want him. Please, no, don't bring him in. But they brought him in anyway, thanks to a certain Brighton director that is at the club who needs to get out. I'm not going to mention his name. You guys already know. So, yeah, Alejandro Garnacho is for sale. Anyways, let me know, guys, how much do you think it's worth? We bought him for about 40 million. So let me know how much do you think it's worth after his following season. You think we're going to get 30 million? You think we're going to get 50 million for him? I personally don't think this guy is even worth 30 million. I don't think anyone would even cover up 25 million. At best, we'll be lucky to even get 15 million for this guy, because this guy is just useless. So, again, let me know what you guys think. So that's it on Garnacho. Another news I have for you is Enzo Fernandez. There's been loads of news about Enzo Fernandez to Real Madrid over the past few weeks, but I think it was last week. Yes, last week, Real Madrid came out in a public statement and said they're not interested in the player Enzo Fernandez out of respect for Chelsea. So, no, we're not going for Enzo Fernandez. He's a player they admire, but we're not trying to sign him. In other words, meaning they've scouted him, but I think the price is what is like, no, we can't pay that price. 120 million for Enzo Fernandez. Obviously, Chelsea are trying to make a profit. 120 million for Enzo Fernandez. Real Madrid are not prepared to pay that. So, understandable, that's on Chelsea anyway. So, obviously, at this point, it's looking like Enzo is going to stay, because Real Madrid are probably the only one that can pay his transfer fee. Maybe PSG, I don't know. Maybe even Man City, maybe. But so far, Real Madrid are the ones showing interest. But now they've said, no, we're no longer interested in the player. So, yeah. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think Enzo Fernandez should stay at the club, or do you think he should go? Anyways, I still think this guy should stay, because he's going to be a big player for Xabi Alonso in terms of how Xabi wants to play. So, I still say we should keep him. I know, it's keeping the play against their will it's crazy, but what can you do? Enzo is one of your best players. He was literally our second best player last season after João Pedro. So, I'll definitely keep him. Yeah, so anyways, Chelsea fans, let me know what you guys think. Sorry, guys, I'm just struggling with my USB stick here, so just give me a sec while I fix that. Ta-da! So, anyways, let me know what you guys think about Enzo Fernandez. Should he stay? Should he go? Real Madrid are no longer interested in Enzo Fernandez, as I said last week in the statement. Which brings me to my final news from Nizar Cancela. Maxence Lacroix and Jacobo Ramon are among the centre-backs being considered as Chelsea look to strengthen a key area of the squad, as well as add a midfielder and a versatile forward. That's from Nizar Cancela. So if you guys notice, I think I posted a few weeks back, Chelsea were interested in Crystal Palace defender Maxence Lacroix, the French centre-back who is currently in the World Cup with France. And obviously they're also interested in a Como centre-back, Jacobo Ramon, who is playing under Cesc Fabregas. So for me personally, I would go for Lacroix. But if they want to go for both of them, I don't mind. You bring in two experienced players, two key defenders. That would really help. Lacroix for me is a must. It's a must. We must get that guy. 50 million, pay the money, sign him, get a deal done. Jacobo Ramon, wherever, Como wants. If you want to, you can include Chalobah in a deal. Chalobah going the other way, maybe Jacobo Ramon comes in. To be honest, Chalobah is a big miss because right now it looks like he might be going to Inter Milan. And I think it's a good personal terms with Inter Milan. That is a big miss because, like I said, he's a good squad player to have, utility player. You can utilize him in CDM, right back, centre back. But it looks like he's going. He wants to go. Honestly, I wish him the best of luck if it does go to Inter Milan. He's going to learn a lot there. I think Inter Milan is a perfect club for him to develop more opportunities. He's going to play regularly. He's going to be in the Champions League every season. He's going to challenge for the Italian League every season. He's going to get a chance to win a league title every season. So, shout out to Chalobah. Thank you for your service. And obviously, for me, I wish him the best of luck. Jehovah's son, as always. So, yeah. He's at the World Cup right now with England. Look at that. Prayers are answered. Anyways, guys, that's it from me today. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about, Lacroix, Xhaka, Enzo, Garnacho, and Chevarria, as well as the Chalobah deal.